Okay, Jeff in Virginia, I think. Yep, Virginia. I got your striker here all ready to go for you, minus boxed and shipped. So this is yours right here, and appreciate everybody on the Worldwide DX forum. That's where he was looking at some radio information and stuff like that, and some guys on the Worldwide DX forum are recommending my little small company, what I do. So I appreciate everybody on the Worldwide DX forum that has said positive things about me. I appreciate all you guys. I'm not part of the Worldwide DX forum, but I used to in the past. I used to go on there back when there was another one I used to go on to. It was the Copper forum. I don't know if you guys remember the Copper Electronics forum. And there was always like the guys that were like, there was a guy on there, Tech, I think his name was Lon, Tech 808. I had heard that he passed away. There was quite a few different guys on there. There's a lot of good guys on there and on the Worldwide DX forum. And I know that, I don't know if the Copper one is still even active. I think it's on the internet, but I don't know if anybody still uses it. So if you guys use it, let me know. But I used to go to those two places and find out a lot of information about radios and stuff like that. So hopefully guys are still posting stuff on the Worldwide DX forum when they come up with like mods to radios and stuff. Because I mean, not everything is about just making money and, you know, worrying about, oh, I got to keep this secret because if somebody else finds out my secret, then they're going to steal what I'm doing and they're going to take my money. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're in this for the long run for your main income, I can somewhat respect that, but there's always going to be competitors that are going to be better than you or whatever. So, you know, we're all out here for a common goal. It's to enjoy the radio. That's what I think about it. So I like that. You know, back in the day with the Worldwide DX forum, there used to, when I was on there used to be a lot of guys posting stuff about the radios, and like if they came up with a mod for like a radio, or, you know, post-service manuals, guys would have copies of the Sam's books and stuff like that, and they would post stuff on there just so guys wouldn't have to spend any more money. And there's a lot of guys highly capable of working on their own radio, and, you know, a guy might ask, like, how do you unlock the clarifier on this radio? And somebody could literally show them in pictures and whatnot and help somebody else. So that's all good. You know, I like that. So I appreciate everybody. And excuse me, let's get this one covered. You can see here your little protector thing starting to bubble a little bit, so you're probably going to want to get that off there sooner than later, especially if you put this in a vehicle and it's got hot sun baking on it. It's going to be very difficult to get that off at a certain point. So don't forget about that. This whole fascia, even on the screens, has like that protector, so you want to make sure that you're aware of that. And, you know, if you're going to use it in the house, you could probably leave it on for some time as long as it's climate controlled and stuff and it's not too humid. So we got you an AM. We'll key this up. We're into about 16 watts carrier. She's pretty much right on the money, which is good. And if I lower that down, it's about 1, so you can see it's going up and going down. And then FM, I set it to 50. It's pretty close to 50. And they do drop off a little bit if somebody's really concerned, and they do come up. So always with these radios, the high carrier will drop back some, and the low carrier usually comes up. I don't know why they do that. They just do when they heat up. So usually when I make these videos, it's right after I've done the aligning and stuff, so the radio's a little warmer than normal. Because when you're putting two-tone tests into these radios, it does heat things up pretty fast. But you need to do that to get it right. So let's just check the AM. We'll just check it all the way down first. I think it's all the way down. I'll check it all the way down first. So this is RMS, so all the way down on this radio is, you know, about 3 to 4 or 5 times at times. So it's a little more aggressive than some of your other radios. It's the Striker motto, I guess. Put this in peak. So in peak power, It's pretty crazy sometimes the power numbers that you see. Again, I don't recommend running it down this low, but it will do some stuff here, you know. I don't think it's going to sound really that good though, because it's not enough carrier. So again, like I've said before, and I haven't posted a lot of videos yet. I have a lot of videos that I need to post. It's really hard to get videos on YouTube lately. It's very slow and time consuming. And I don't just use my phone for the business. I use it for personal too. So when I have to upload, a lot of times I have to connect to the Ethernet on my router to my phone, and then I can't use my phone for anything else. So I try to get the videos up as soon as I can, but sometimes it's difficult. So at 12 o'clock the radio is about 5 watts, and at 5 watts it's pretty consistent, you know. What you see is really good. So I think around 12 o'clock on these is kind of the sweet spot on AM. It really performs well. So again, you can turn it up all the way if you want, and when you do that, it will swing a little over 100 usually, not by much. You know, I don't claim that these do any more than 100, because they really don't when you set them up right. So that's AM. And they don't really look good on the scope either with voice, so just keep that in mind. They look good with a single tone, but they don't look good with voice. So, you know, for the guys that are like the purists and stuff and all that, you know, you're probably not going to like this radio. It's funny, after the alignment with these, they actually sometimes do a little bit more on sideband, which is crazy, but when you got a cleaner signal, the power transfer I think is a little bit better. So, you know, we're limiting all that other stuff that we didn't want, and we're just focusing on the raw power of the radio. So that's how that looks right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is upper sideband, by the way. What you will notice though is you're never going to see much here on single sideband, so don't be alarmed by that. That's kind of normal. It's not a good indication of power here at all. Well, maybe it is for RMS. I don't know. Let's see. Let's check RMS. Hello, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, for RMS, maybe it is a little more accurate, because I saw about 20 there at times. So, but we don't measure sideband in RMS. At least we shouldn't. That's really about it on these. I mean, these do really good. Everybody likes them that has them. From what I've heard anyways, I've never really get any negative feedback on them. There's some guys out there that have version 2s that really like their version 2s, and what I would say to that is, if you like your version 2, then just run it. There's no reason to get this one unless you want it. If you want it, then get it. You know, if you don't want it, then don't get it. But, you know, you don't have to knock the radio just because you might not want it because you're happy with your version 2 that doesn't say plus here. So that's fine. I have a version 2. I'll never get rid of it, but I still like these a lot too. So I like having the weather band. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know if we can pick anything up, but let's see. I'll do this. Sometimes if you just release the outer jacket of the coax and just, I can pick it up. Yeah, it's not going to be really strong, but that's my NOAA weather, 162, 475. You can also go into a VFO option here. How do we do that? Yeah, right there. 136 to 174. Now what you have to do to adjust this, I haven't shown this in a while, is go into the function and switch your course to where you want it to go. In this case, probably, I'm sorry, channel selector. So you have your channel selector, and that's going to be in 1 megahertz steps, which that's okay. But we could switch that if we wanted to. And then course, you know, you could go 10K. Probably would be better in that situation. So now we're saying that we want to monitor like a 2-meter frequency on this radio, which I think is really cool. So you can do that. Actually, the course doesn't work, so that doesn't. The only one that works on the VFO is this. So we'd have to go back in and we want to put that back to 5. So we're just using the channel selector. So then we'd have to go like 100K. And once you get it close to where you want it, then you can dial it in. I think you can program in some preset values here too, so that it'll go right to it in the software. So you can play with that and see what you think about it. But it is cool to be able to listen to these frequencies. This isn't the first radio that did that, so, but it is cool to have that on a striker. Okay there, Jeff. Well, I appreciate it, and I'm going to get this heading to you tomorrow. 73.